Hey everybody, Shadow Phoenix here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Planet Coaster and a new park tour. Today we're actually got a special for you. I am here in my own park that I've been working on for over more than a year. We are in Crystal Gardens. For those who don't know, Crystal Gardens is now actually finished and it is up for download on my Steam Workshop. For those of you who, if you try to go and download it, if you're looking for it and you can't find it, do know that you do have to be a Steam friend of mine in order to see any of my workshop items now. I changed that for personal reasons, and I will talk about all of that in another video, which will probably come out later this week. But in the meantime, we're here today to celebrate this park. A park that is brought me so much joy to work on over the last year, and I mean, really, it's a beautiful park. It's probably one of my best work, really, everything around here. So everything that I've learned from playing Planet Coaster for over 2 years is in this park. And I've had so much fun doing it, and it's a shame that it's kind of over. It's not really over, though. This is only phase 1. I am planning on coming back and doing some more work into it. And the version that you guys are seeing today is going to be a newer version, a separate version of the park that I will be putting up on the workshop a little bit later. It is going to have the Magnificent Rides pack and DLC into it. So there'll be 2 versions, one with the Rides DLC and one without the Rides DLC. Just in case you don't have it and you want to enjoy the park, you still can. So without further ado, let's go ahead and we're going to work our way into the park. I've already got tickets, and well, I don't need tickets. I'm the owner. All right. Anyway, you guys are going to see this from my point of view and from the way it sets on my computer today. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at all the park. This is going to be a kind of a very long video, so I do apologize. We're not going to do any ride POVs. All of those are going to be saved for separate videos. I've already done a few of them, which you can find on my channel. If you're first time tuning into my channel, those are, some of them are already available. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go through the ticket booth, shall we? All right. So as soon as you enter into this grand entrance right here, oh, what's that bell? That's right, we have the brand new Carousel from the Magnificent Rides DLC has now been put into the park. It used to be the Venetian, but now it is the Grand Carousel, and it looks absolutely stunningly beautiful up there. So as soon as you enter into the park here, right underneath our grand entrance here, you have shops on each side of you. There are 3 different entrances, as you can see over here. You have one there, one in the middle, and one on the other side there. And this is available for the peeps. Some people have asked me, they said, can guests get up here? Yes, they can. They can perfectly get up here. I made it just for that reason alone. I wanted it to be a working carousel, not something that is just here for looks. So, oh, okay. So I'm in Teacups. This is not my first time using Teacups, but my first time trying to film with Teacups, so there might be a few errors in this, so hopefully you guys will look over that for me. Alright, but here we go. This is the Grand Carousel. I have been waiting on a Grand Carousel in Planet Coaster for so long, and I'm so happy to finally get it. I want to give a huge shout out to Frontier and Sam Denny specifically for finally adding this into the game. It has been long overdue and most welcome. So I know I've been rough. Frontier, if you guys are watching, I know I've been a little rough on you and things about some of the stuff that you've done in the game. There are still some kinks to iron out in the game, and I hope you do fix them. But I love the new DLC. It is so good. But anyway, alright, so I digress. Yeah, so we have the Grand Carousel here, which looks brilliant. I may mess around with the colors a little bit more, so I'm still kind of playing around with that. But alright, and we will go back down here. And from up here you get a nice overview of the park too. So there we have the Star Wheel, which is one of my favorite Ferris wheels in the game. It's a little large, but I mean those things are. So not every park has a carousel or Ferris wheel that big. So, but I wanted it to be there because I wanted it to be for visibility, for the skyline, Speaking of Skyline, you guys can see in the background, you can see our Hypercoaster Speed Force back there. So many great things in this park that have been built over time. You also notice I'm running the park right now with guests in it. So the FPS is, I think, running around like 10 frames per second. Hopefully one of these days I hope to get a new CPU. I'm looking at the new 9900K from Intel, so hopefully I can pick that up. That's going to require a lot of money though. AMD is coming out with some new processors too, so maybe by the time I actually get the money for that, maybe one of the AMDs will hit the same speeds that the 9900K is. But I mean, 5 gigs at 8 cores is pretty good. I think it might be 6 cores, but anyway, it's 5 gigahertz, and that's really good. But okay, so I'm talking about things that we don't need to talk about. So we are going to go. I don't know which way we want to go. Let's go up for now. Let's go up here and let's talk about our central rail station here. So as you can see, this was built, probably the second things I built in the park after the entrance, and it is absolutely stunningly beautiful, if I do say so myself. I'm very proud of it. Lots of guests are wanting to use our rail station right now. Look at that line. Wow, they're packed in there. And then when you come out on the other side over here, you have the big star. That's what I call the Ferris wheel here. Lots of little picnic tables and stuff out here. We got this guy over here who's like looking to do face paints, but he looks like he's not enjoying his job too well. So, and we'll turn over this way. Cold drinks. I need to replace these guys right here. So let me do it with different guest things now. Just kind of looking around, just enjoying the park today. It's a beautiful day here in the park, absolutely beautiful. I do have some changes in mind for this area for the next phase that will probably, well, we'll talk about it once it actually starts. I've got lots of other things to do this year though, so we're gonna go this way. I think let's head over here and look at one of the things here. That another one of the first buildings I built in the park was the locker rentals building, and it took me a little while to figure out how I wanted the buildings to look right here in the entrance. So luckily they came out quite well. I built custom lockers in there, and some people may ask, how come I'm not using any Theme Maker's Toolkit items in the game right now? That's because it's still a little buggy from my understanding. I've heard people say that their park is crashing when they're using Theme Park Toolkit items, and it is actually, if you have any in your inventory, if you've subscribed to any, then it definitely slows down your loading times. So, but I have subscribed to some. I'm not using any at the moment. Doesn't mean I won't. I'm just not at the moment. So we're going to take another kind of a walk down this way here. And one of the first rides that you're going to come to is a very, very classic ride right here. It's a Rolo plane. I've ridden these in like county fairs and stuff before, and I don't really care for them because they really bash your head in. But I thought this was a nice place to put this there, and it's very classic. I think Kennywood has one of these, and I think Canterbury Lake does as well. They're classic, and I wanted to kind of put them in there and kind of show them off a little bit. We have some bathrooms over here on the right, and then the first big coaster you can see this from outside in the parking lot. It makes a beautiful skyline from the parking lot. Is Switchback. This is the park's boomerang coaster. Looks like we just missed it running. And we're going to come over here into this area here. We have our hot air balloon ride. I struggled with the colors on this for a good 30 minutes, I think, one day while streaming when I was putting this all together. And I think I managed a nice selection of colors on that. I really do. And then, of course, I put some little flowers and stuff here in front as well. Alright, and then over here we have the buffet restaurant. The Crystal Gardens buffet. Not really in the mood for buffet right now, so we're gonna pass on that. And head along over here. Now the train will come out from the station. It does come around this way here, and as it comes back into the station. Wish we could have got a glimpse of it right there, but oh well. And here we are over here into this section of the park. One of the first rides we'll come through over here is the Star Flyer, which is, well, it's a Star Flyer. I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Hope you guys enjoy it too. Let's go this way. This building here was made by a good friend of mine, Isolated Fear. It is based off of a Coca-Cola refreshment area in Carowinds. I'm not sure the size. I think the size in our park might be slightly bigger than it is in reality, but I love the modern deco of this. And I did make a few changes on his design, but it is available on his workshop. And then we have Fireball over here. We just missed the coaster. We missed Cyclone going over top of that. But a lot of people, this is one of most people's favorite things in my park here, is the RMC that goes over top of the Larson Looper. And this coaster is named Cyclone for this reason right here, because of these helixes right here. I really hope we can get a glimpse of the coaster coming down through there. That'd be fantastic if we could, but I don't even see one going up the hill right now, so we're probably not going to catch that, unfortunately, today. But anyway, so Fireball is our Larson Looper, and Cyclone is our Ode coaster that got a bit of an RMC branding to it. Oh, we are going to be able to catch this. Oh, nice. Let me back up here a little bit. I see one should be coming up. Here it comes through the 0G row, and oh, they love that airtime. Into the helix. That's a triple helix, by the way. It goes through twice right there, goes back around, and then comes back and goes through it once more before going back into the station. So this was a old coaster that used to be in Crystal Gardens a long time ago, and we wanted to add an RMC to it. It was getting to be a bit of a mess as far as maintenance and stuff goes, so we hired RMC to come in and redo it. Now, it doesn't have a lot of like inversions or anything that RMC is known for. It's a very, I tried to keep it somewhat family friendly. It does have like this one inversion here, and I also have it do, it's almost an inversion. It's more than 90 degrees as it goes around that curve right there, which I quite enjoy that. So, and then it goes over the old station here. Our guests seem to be enjoying it too, so I'm happy our guests enjoy it. Let's see. So we're just gonna go right up here and just kind of look up this path right here. We're not gonna go all the way up this path, but so we have this nice little like restrooms building here. These are found throughout the park for our guests' comfort needs. And then we have Insanity right here, which is a top spin. One of our Huss top spins in there. Well, doesn't look like any guests are riding that today, and that's fine. So we're gonna go from here, and we're gonna go around this way. And back across through here. Our pretzel stand's not open today, unfortunately. We can't get any giant soft pretzels today. Over here is Splashwater Plunge. It's the park's shoot the chutes, as most people like to call it. I call these giant flumes, but I know a lot of people call them shoot the chutes. So, whatever you call it, we have one in the park. There's like one person on it. Oh well. Alright, coming over here, we have a restaurant. It's an Italian restaurant, so for you guys who like pasta, spaghetti, chicken parmesan possibly, anything like that, or maybe just want some wine while you're visiting the park, not a problem. You can go over here to the Old Chicago Italian Restaurant, and this is a restaurant that is named after one of my friends. He's an old friend. It's Old Chicago, Guy Chicago. Some of you guys may know him. Haven't talked to him in a while. He took a sabbatical from being online for a while. He's back now. Haven't talked to him since he's come back though. Don't know if he's like pissed at me or what, but anyway. So over here we have a standing but not operating aero launch coaster. I'm not sure what the park is going to do with this just yet. It's got some maintenance issues and it's not really running, and the popularity of it isn't all that great, so it may get torn down, but it does look beautiful here in this spot. So for now, excuse me, I'm yawning. So for now it is going to stay here. The name of it is Flashback, hence the yellow colors there, and yeah, hopefully one day we can get this kind of operating here, but for now not much we can do with it. It does look beautiful though. And by the way, the coaster was actually made, all the custom supports and all of this was done by Kinderly. Some of you guys may know Kinderly from Bro Nation. It is available on his workshop right now. So coming up into this area here, we have some more games. Everybody loves, well, not everybody, but most people love skee ball. We have this nice little, you want to kind of go for a 3-point kind of thing, we have that available as well here. With some prizes there from Ruble Trillions. I used his prizes there. On the other side of us, if we turn around over here, we have Roulette, which is the classic Centrum ride here. Doesn't look like anybody's riding that today either. This area of the park, it's a beautiful area of the park, but not a whole lot of guests and stuff come over into this area. Not much over here to attract them, I suppose. As you can see, Flashback is closed for the day. Having some issues with that. We have the Water Blaster game right there. If we had some more guests over here, what they would do is they'd all line up here and they would try to fill, they'd shoot the targets to try to fill up their bars first, basically, and the winner gets the prize. Coming on through here, we have Just Sweets Bakery for all your Just Sweet needs. Cookies, candy, anything like that you'd be able to pick up here at this area of the park. Over here we have, well, this is the outdoor pavilion area here. So shows and stuff would happen here in this part of the park here. So you'd be able to, you know, like get your ticket, go down in there and watch like shows as you're down in there. Looks like they're we're doing a Lonely Island tribute there in the park today. On over here we have The Hustler. Nope, not to be confused with the magazine. It is like Hustling Pool. That's the object of this one. As you can see, there's a giant 8-ball on top of our Tilt-A-Whirl there. Very classic ride. Most fairs and stuff have these. I love a Tilt-A-Whirl. It's one of my favorite rides to ride at, at fairs and parks and stuff. I'm a flat ride lover. I know most people seem to love coasters and stuff, and coasters are great. Not putting coasters down. I like flat rides too, though. I've heard actually people like say nobody goes to a park to ride the flat rides. That's completely not true. Lots of people ride the flat rides at parks. So yeah. If you guys are looking for some Cinnabons, you can get those right there. Some cinnamon bread. We have the family coaster here. I'm not going to say it's a kiddie coaster, but I guess it's kind of a kiddie coaster. The Wacky Willy, based off of a great cartoon. No, not really. I'm making that up. For those of you who are going to start Googling Wacky Willy, well, I've never heard of this cartoon. It's not actually a cartoon. We're going to say it is, though. It's a classic character, and the kids love him. So, much better than what it originally was called. For those who do have the park, you can go in and actually look at the name of the coaster. It's a little hidden Easter egg there. There are lots of hidden Easter eggs in this park, and I don't think anybody will find them all. But I've hidden lots of things in this. So over here we have a Mate's Kitchen. Mate is one of my followers, one of my fans, and one of my mods for both my Discord and on my Twitch channel. And she does a fantastic job. She's almost always there, even when she's feeling bad. So I want to give a huge shout out to Mate there for all of her great work that she has done and all of her support since I've met her in my channel. I wish we could see the coaster going. The coaster, when it's actually running, looks beautiful right around in here. Very forest. These mushrooms here. Mate's Kitchen has a little outdoor patio area there where you can go and eat at if you so choose. Oh, we got a shift change going on here at a ice cream stand over here on this side. Coming on over here, we have the Gentle Bees, which is a cool little flat ride. It's a little kiddie ride I found on the workshop. Pardon me, I do not know who made it, but if you go to the workshop when you're downloading this, I did put most of these items into the descriptions there and how to find them. Heading on down through here, I'm pretty sure we have another ride here from Kennerly. Kennerly has made a lot of great stuff in the game as far as custom rides and stuff, and he made this parachute tower here. I was going to put a different tower right down here, and I decided that this just looked better. I was going to do one of the bungee jumps, but really this looks best back here. So this is Ripcord. It is a parachute tower. We have food and stuff over here. It's like a sub shop basically. And then we're going to come over here to one of the biggest coasters in the park, Sky Rush, which is the park's inverted coaster. Sky Rush is themed to an old plane show, like a stunt plane show where they use like the old World War II planes and stuff. That was kind of my thinking to this. It is not themed to Baywatch, contrary to popular belief that a couple of my fans on my Twitch channel are like, you're building a Baywatch tower. That's not an air tower. That's not a traffic control tower. It's a Baywatch tower. It's Baywatch the ride. No, it's an air traffic tower. Those small airports that have those. So this is a fun ride. I love the design of this. It came out quite well. I do still got to do a little bit of work here in the hangar area. But I was able to get most everything done. Underneath of the station, once you exit the ride, you will enter into Flight Deck Gifts, which is the gift shop right there. Props to anybody who recognizes the name. And then if you're hungry when you step out of there, we have Wings Pizza right there. Grab your drinks, grab you some water, grab you some pizza, whatever you need there. Here comes the CG Express into its station here. And let's go on up here. Here's the station over here for this one. This is probably my favorite station I really love the front entrance plaza station, but I really like the charming aspect of this one. This is probably my favorite station of CG Express, which is our Parks train. There's another one though. I mean, all of the stations look great. That one's probably my favorite though. So as you can see, here we are back out here where Insanity was. Guess I didn't have to go all the way up there. Okay. So we will go over here. Make sure to cross over this while the train's not going. You guys can get a better look at Skyrush from here. Doesn't look like it's running right now at the moment. I do see Speed Force going up the hill over there though. And then if we turn our heads over here to the left, we have the Parks Arcade, which doesn't have a roof. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the roof on it. Wait, I did put a roof on it. Why is the roof not? Okay, I don't know. Not sure what happened to the roof, but there was a roof in it. So if we step into the arcade, we have a claw machine over there. We have lots of old classic arcades and things in here. One of the things I'm probably going to do in the future, once I figure it out a little bit better, is I'm going to turn these arcades into custom scenery instead of put together that we're using just things that are already in the game. I'm probably going to make each of these into their own custom piece. That way I can get the shapes and stuff just a little better, and you guys don't have to download billboards and stuff to know where to use them. Wait, did we miss Skyrush? Is it going up the lift hill? Are we going to be able to catch it? We are going to be able to catch it. It's going to take a moment here, but I see it. It's going up the lift hill right now. And there she drops. Alright, so in just a few minutes we'll be able to catch it coming through here. Not even, well, a few seconds, really. Not a few minutes. Alright, here it comes. The guests are enjoying that one. And back through. There we go. Alright, so let's head on back up through here. Here's the Emporium. This is where you can get all your gifts and stuff in the park. Is also available back here, as well as up front as you exit or enter the park. Coming over through here. We have an old slide building there. Mostly for historical reasons, but you know, it is still usable. And we will... Which way do we want to go here? We're going to go this way. Over here. So we have some nice little areas here where you can grab some... You want to do a ring toss? You can totally do that here. Oh, she is sick. Don't throw up on your kid. It's standing right in front of you. What did they just get off? Oh, they just got off of the Huss swing. That's what it was. I can't remember what I called it. Honestly, I can't. These right here were made by fishermen, and I changed them up a little bit and just kind of added them over in here. So this is one of those little fishing games. Pretty much everybody's a winner here. You know, it's funny that they were sick, but yet they didn't go to the restrooms right there. I guess they need a nurse's station or something. Alright, so then we'll get over here. Ooh. The antique cars. Antique cars have a fondness with me, as you guys well know. Love the antique cars. It's going to be hard for me to even make a park that doesn't have an antique cars in it, because I really love it. I wish we had like sports cars too. Like, they used to make little sports cars of these as well. A few parks still have them. It'd be great if we were able to get that in one of like a future rides pack. Hit, hit, nudge, nudge, Frontier. Here's the parks. Basically our hyper coaster. It is a Chance Morgan called Speed Force. As you can see, it's extremely popular with our guests. They really like this one. You can also get a glimpse of Sky Rush from here as well. And if we continue down the path down through here, more of the antique cars, and the station there for the antique cars. And over here we have a nice little area here where you can, this is like some quick serve restaurants right in there. With some nice patios on each side where you can sit and relax and enjoy the views of the park and eat. Right there. Another classic ride that almost every park has is a Scrambler. And of course we do have a Scrambler here. Here's one of the entrance buildings to our antique cars. There's actually two of these intertwining with each other. There's one on this side and one on the other side over there. You can see the bridge kind of right in the middle there. So there's one on that side over there and one on here. This is the blue side. It's funny because it's the blue side with red cars and the red side has blue cars. Alright, so coming on down through here. Another bathroom area there for our guests' comfort needs. We're going to go into this area here with our gazebo. Gazebo Plaza. It's my tentative title for this area here. There you see the Wraith running. It is a Intamin Megalite. This coaster was done by Frida-Bear. And I mean, these Intamin Megalites are all one single track. There's not a difference between any of them. So instead of designing my own, why reinvent the mousetrap when this was already done so well by him, custom supports and all. And I just I used that. So that was done by Frida-Bear. You can find it on his workshop on Steam there. Oh my god! I have never seen guests eating. Well, okay, once or twice. This is a rarity. This is like trying to catch the white-tailed swallowback bird in its natural environment, singing and mating. No, okay, seriously though, this is actually a rarity. Yes, quite a rarity. I've never really seen guests eating at the benches and stuff before until now. Well, not until now. I've seen it once or twice before, but it is rare. Oh, they're going in there to eat too. That's nice. That's good to see that they're actually using them. I just wish they used them more. We have the chair swing over here. This area of the park doesn't seem to be too popular at all either right now. There's about 4,000 guests in the park currently. I think if I upped it, we might be able to get some more people riding the different rides and some more people kind of scattered around the park. But for now, this is the best I can do until I get a better processor, I think. I could add more, but the frames are just going to drop even more. I considered going 5,000. Alright, so we're going around through here. We are on the back side of the Haunted Mansion. Raven Manor, as they call it. There's a POV of this if you guys want to check it out on my channel. It is done brilliantly, I should say. Unfortunately, the version that's in the park when you download the park is not the exact same as the POV. There's some things missing. There's some picture frames and stuff I wasn't able to include into the download because I had to pay for those, and yeah, I can't really give those out. So there's a few things missing from the POV. Some of the sound effects didn't make it into the final version either, but they will. They will be in there. Ooh, I forgot to finish this area of the park. So this is doing some landscaping work at the moment. So ignore the manor area here with no trees and no things. Our landscapers have not finished this area yet. Oh, they're actually riding it. Oh, awesome. Here we have the flying eagles. The swift eagles is what they're called in the game. I love these. I've seen people say in forums, on the Planet Coaster forums and stuff, nobody asked for these. I beg to differ. I've seen lots of people other than myself who have asked for these. So, yeah. Suck it. Basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Again, I want to say thank you so much to Frontier. Thank you so much to Sam Denny for the Magnificent Rides DLC. That is the pack that I've been waiting for so long. Just an all rides pack that, yeah, there's some bugs in it. Obviously, there's never a Planet Coaster DLC release or update without some bugs, but hopefully they quash those and get those fixed. Lots of people have asked me what else will probably be coming in the park. Am I going to use the chairlifts in the park, etc.? The chairlifts won't make it to Crystal Gardens. They will be in a future park, but they won't be in this one. I love it. I love it so much. I'm going to tear myself away from it. That's how much I love that. Alright, so here we have, like I said, this is Raven Manor. Right in here. Our haunted dark ride. We're going to go over here into this area of the park. We're going to go back here to this area because I really want to show this off right here. I have this this little shady area here that I made. It's like a I don't really know what you would call this. Floral Tunnel, basically, that I made. This was something that I used to see. I think King's Dominion has one of these, and I know King's Island used to, but I think they got rid of it. But it was just this really nice, cool thing that you could kind of walk through in King's Island that I used to really, really love. And so I wanted to add it into my park here, and luckily I was able to do it. It looks even better at night, but we're not looking at night currently because not all the park has lights in it. That's going to be coming for Phase 2. So we'll go through that, and we'll come out on the other side over here. And here we have the Haunted Teacups. And get over here. Oh, that's nice. Our guests are riding those too. This area of the park seems to be quite busy. There you can see the back of our Haunted Mansion ride, kind of hidden behind the trees over there. I keep hitting the zoom button. My bad. Alright, and we're going to go over into our Frontier area now. I keep hitting the zoom button. My mouse will. I don't like it. There you get a little glimpse of a little bit of our river rides. Geyser Springs. But we'll come back to that. This is Barnstormer. It will be getting its own sign right out front here at some point. The wagon wheel, in case you get hungry. And then we have Renegade. Renegade, I do know for a fact I have a POV of this. It's very recent. I just did it not long ago. This is a wooden coaster terrain coaster. And usually the only thing you can kind of see on these is this is very much like the Beast. In fact, I kind of modeled it slightly after the Beast. And not really in layout, but in design. So it's very similar to Beast, where really the whole idea of it is you don't see the entire ride until you're actually on it. So that's part of the effect of it. Alright, so from there we will come over here. To Hangman's Drop. Right there. I should put some you know, now I'm thinking about it, this could use some like tombstones and stuff right outside there. A Screaminator. Alright, so this is Hangman's Drop right here. I tried to do like a little noose thing on the signage. I think it came out well. Oh, I'm getting some more ideas for that actually. We got a restaurant right over there that is actually closed for the moment. It is being redesigned, so that will reopen probably next summer. And then we have our Euro Fighter. This one is called Primeval. It's got a very loose theme to it. I said Geyser Springs, but Geyser Falls is the name of our river rapids, as you can see down there. It looks like we got some people getting off of it right now. Kind of stuck. Not sure what's going on with that. Here's the entrance, as you can see. We'll step across the entrance a little bit, just to kind of get a decent view here of this area there. Those who like kettle corn, you can get kettle corn here. Water to wash down the saltiness of the kettle corn. Actually, it's more of a sweet. And Cokes and floats. So if you want milkshakes or you want something like a soda or something, this would be perfectly found here. And we have the entrance to Primeval. So as I said, Primeval has a very loose theme to it. Basically the idea is the wilderness is reclaiming the area. So it's like very much kind of like how Mystic Timbers is at Kings Island, with its theme of how it's like a haunted lumber yard and how like vines and stuff are growing and trying to reclaim the lumber yard and claim anybody who enters its domain. Very similar here, same kind of story. Some people said those look like bones, and yeah, I guess you could say that could be like hunting, like a hunting lodge or something like that is kind of what I was basing it off of originally, but it's like the vines and stuff are kind of reclaiming right there. I may go back in and rework that a little bit more. And over here, this is the splashdown area for our river rapids. Be nice if we... Oh, we did catch a boat. Yeah. This is why it's called Geyser Falls, because of all the geysers in this area here. And we will go back over here to Rodeo, which is a classic troika. And then we have the drop down from our Eurofighter over here. So what this does is it comes out of the station and it goes in this like infinity type symbol right there, as you can see. Trying to get a good view of it before it hits the lift hill over there. So it's got a little bit of some pre-launch fun, I guess you could say. And over here we have another rail station. So you can see the rail track comes down through there, and CG Express comes over here this side. This is one of our first locations after the Central Rail Station. So this is our first stop in the park, because the train it comes this way and goes that way. If you look just close enough in the back, you can kind of see another track kind of going off in the back there, and you can kind of catch a glimpse of our maintenance area, which is back in the back of the park. And here we have a log flume. Nothing major to this. This is very compact, very small. Guess love water rides though. And we'll come over here, and we have Red's Barbecue. Looks like we got some beef on the grill right now. Come back over here, catch some more glimpses of this because I love that. Our Hangman's just dropped. We have the Victory, the HMS of Victory, which is our revolution. It's basically themed to like a revolution area. All of this area right here is kind of themed to colonial days, basically. It's just a small section of the park, but that's kind of the theming to it. So we'll go over here and we'll take a look. It's hard to do a full walk around of this park without like taking some liberties here and there and kind of jutting off of the path, because it's not a complete circular path. There's little areas here and there that you have to kind of go away from. So this is one of them. So you can see we have the zipper over here. This doesn't exactly have a name just yet. I'm taking suggestions though, if anybody has any thoughts for a name for this that has to do with like colonial America kind of thing. And then we have Revolution. This is the park's aero coaster. Double loops, got a corkscrew. Oh, we're gonna catch it. Here it comes actually. This is perfect. And there's the drop. Getting a little bit of speed before it hits the main drop, and down it goes. A little bit of air time into the double loop. And then it goes over by the lakeside, where it will then hit the corkscrew. You can kind of barely see it right there. And then we have a little gazebo over here, which overlooks. Oh, cool. Okay. Wasn't sure if I could step up on this or not. So this nice little garden area. So the whole idea of Crystal Gardens is Crystal Gardens it started out as a botanical gardens, and slowly over the years it became the theme park that you see today. So some of the original botanical gardens kind of stuff is still here. I was saying earlier I'm going to make some changes up here by Star Wheel. I'm actually going to change that more into a garden area up there around that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. We also have Swan Boats. We have a center lake in the park with some Swan Boats that you can ride over there as well. You can see the Flying Eagles over across there, as well as the Ripcord way in the background. I see the Cyclone. I see Leviathan. Oh, you guys haven't seen Leviathan yet. I have to show that off. And Of course, the Haunted Mansion up that way as well. And if we turn to the right and go across this bridge, this takes us back up to the entrance area, but we're not quite done yet. Not just yet. We're going to go back the way we came, over here. Back through our colonial era thing of the park here. Got a little shop right there. Gonna go back across through here, past the HMS Victory. Pass by Red's Barbecue, and we're gonna go this way. Here comes the train. Alright, and we have a little area of a door, kind of a gate there that goes back to the maintenance area of the park. That's where all the maintenance buildings are. We have Funnel Cake Factory. Those guys, any of you out there love funnel cakes? I love funnel cakes. You can grab funnel cake right there. And then now you can kind of get a glimpse of Wild Spin. It's the park's it's our spinning coaster, basically. Very family friendly, if not a little bit nauseating. Used to be an old Wild Mouse coaster that used to sit here in our park's fictional history. So after a while, the Wild Mouse coaster just became, you know, maintenance issues, things like that. You know, was not as popular. So they decided that it was best if we just kind of demolished it and built something else in its path. So we decided to do Wild Spin in its place. So keeping the family-friendly atmosphere, but also adding a little bit of thrill to it as well, with a little bit of newer coaster technology. And one of my favorite things is that sign. I love that sign. Looks like it's made from like a Vegas casino thing, like a slot machine kind of feel to it. All right, so here we are over here into the Midway. These awesome games that were made by Ruble Trillions. We have Music Express right here. Big Top Treats. If you want hot dogs, hamburgers, ice cream, basically all your things that you would find at a regular county fair would be able to find them in there, with a nice little area to eat over in here. We have even more games. We have Shoot the Hoops. This one was made by me. I did do this one. I also did Jacob's Ladder. This one was also made by me as well. These were the ski balls, knock them down, water blast, basket toss. That's all Ruble Trillions right there. Fisherman did some of the prizes here too, like I think the poo emoji prizes. The Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt I think was made by... I don't remember. I think that might be Geekism. Jaunty, I think, did that, maybe? I think Jaunty did a duck game like that, where kind of everybody's a winner, you just pick up a duck kind of thing. It's like a fishing kind of thing. But I know he did one, but I don't remember if that's the one I used or not. Got an employees only area back in there. Here we have the flying trapeze. I think that came out really well. We're gonna go underneath of Wildcat. as we cross over to this next section. You guys will see I did do a little bit of detail work underneath of this. People kept saying it needed supports or something underneath there, so it got supports as well as a little bit of a thing there to keep stuff from falling on people. Safety nets. More restrooms. The monster. Classic octopus ride. You can see Wildcat in the background right there as it runs down through there. That's the lift hill. As it drops down, airtime hill. Lots of airtime. This is the oldest coaster in the park right here is Wildcat. Not only in terms of it was the first coaster I built in the park, but in the park's fictional timeline, it is also the oldest in the entire park as well. Hence the station with its very vintage look. And let me tell you, it was not easy doing those little tiny brackets all the way across through there and getting those to work just the way they are. But it came out great. One of the last rides we will be checking out. Oh no, actually I got one more ride to show you here in just a second. We have the Dodgems. And we'll come over here. Back to the front area of the park, we have Granny Smith's baked goods, homemade ice cream, candy apples. Lots of delicious, delicious things in there. Park entrance again. Here's our guest services building right here. And as I said, there is one more ride to show you guys. So we will head back through here and I will show you Leviathan. Leviathan is the park's suspended coaster. Very reminiscent of Iron Dragon at Cedar Point right there, with its kind of drop right there. One of my favorite things about Leviathan, not just the layout of the coaster, because I really think I did a great job on the layout as well, but I love the sign that I did for this, using the dragon. It kind of looks like a sea monster. If you've ever seen like those old pirate maps and stuff of the old age, where they used to have like a little, they'd put like sea monsters and stuff on the maps, krakens, things like that. There'd be this like Leviathan sea monster down in the corner, and that's kind of what I was kind of taking from that. So there's the station as it goes up its lift hill and down into this drop right here. And just to get a feel of where we are in the park, as you can see, we are back at the back of the park. Kind of, we're in the middle technically, but we're back here by the Huss Giant Swing. Oh, I didn't show you this. One more ride, I suppose. We call this the Star Wheel. It's an old Enterprise ride. And that's going to do it, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed your visit here at Crystal Gardens. For those who do not have Planet Coaster, or they can't run Planet Coaster on their computers, or they just can't run my park on their computers, because I will acknowledge that this is a huge park with over 125,000 pieces in it. Close to 150, I think, really. And I know some people aren't able to run this on their computers, so hopefully you have enjoyed this kind of tour of the park. It will be the last time we're in Crystal Gardens for a while. We're going to be working on our new park that I just started on Twitch last week, and we also have another one that I'm going to be starting work on, as well as Vista View, and we also have Kings Falls. Don't worry, I've not forgotten any of my parks. Most of them are still going to be worked on. But I just kind of wanted to kind of come in here and do a showcase video for everybody and kind of just show off where the park is and everything. Remember, this is available for download on Steam right now, but in order to see it, you have to be on my Steam friends list. So if you aren't able to see it and you're wanting to download it, make sure you send me a friend request. Be kind of nice to know who you are. So, you know, I'm not picky about who I'm adding, but there are some people that I don't want to download my stuff anymore. So that's why I took it from being public to just being Steam friends. It's just a personal thing. I will discuss that in another video. But for now, again, I hope you guys have enjoyed your tour of the park. And I can't wait to get started on new stuff for 2019. It is a brand new year, a brand new me. Lots of exciting new things probably coming for Planet Coaster in the future. Can't wait to see what else they're going to do for us. Hopefully we get more rides packs. I really liked the rides pack. That was really good. I wouldn't say no to more scenery, but they tend to be hit and miss on the scenery packs. Like Vintage was great, Spooky was great, Adventure was great, Studios, meh, World's Fair was probably the worst. So, you know, they're very hit and miss with scenery packs, but the rides pack was, I think, unanimously agreed upon that it was probably the best pack. There are some people who, like, general public basically, who wasn't excited about it because they're like, oh, more spinning rides, etc. But you know what, I'm not going to talk about that. This is all about just celebrating the park today, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed our little visit. My name is Shadow Phoenix. Thanks for joining me today on the tour. I will see you in the next video, wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to stay on top of all my new videos and live streaming events here on YouTube. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the names you see on the right for their support through donations, Patreon, and through Twitch subs. If you would like to join their ranks and you are able, you can do so by clicking on any of those links in the video description down below. No worries though, if you don't like giving away money like that, you can still support the channel by purchasing games or anything through Greenman Gaming, through Humble Bundle, or through Amazon by clicking on my links and making your purchase. A little bit of that goes towards me to support the channel. If you still can't get enough of me, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv and stay up to date with me on Twitter as well. Now that's going to be it, but I can't say thank you enough for all your support here on the channel. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.